Yo, hey, what's up guys? The long-awaited dog is finally here. We can test him out on the test server so we know what is going to happen. Is he a good damage dealer or not? That is what the goal is for today's video. To test him out against another champion that is in there. Wait, let me show you. It is 4. He is well known to be a really good damage dealer. Not the craziest in the current meta right now, but everybody knows he is a good one. So if our dog KROHAD, I will just call him Crow, is better than 4, then he is 100% a good champion and a good damage dealer. So you might want to consider to go for him, but we will see. Okay, a little spoiler. I already tested him out and it was quite nice. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna do a team with the dog in there, Crow, and 4 without any Shiaak. And in the second one, we're gonna check out the Shiaak because then it's gonna be quite crazy. I'm telling you right now already. But we gotta see all his damage. Let me quickly show you the stats. Let me put in Hydra on him. He has more attack. He has almost 10k attack and 330 crit damage against a 4. And I needed to make my dog on a 5-star, so those blessings and everything don't intervene with each other, and the comparison is just better. They have exactly the same accessories, and not accessories, masteries and stuff. Wait, what was I trying to show you? Yeah, the stats right there. So he has more crit damage, 360, almost 9k attack. So he has more crit damage, but less attack, and the different way for our dog. And I think everybody is quite curious, what can he do? But like always, it would be amazing if you press that like button, subscribe if you haven't done already, to let the algorithm know that I exist. So let's go in there, let's do some damage tests. That's what you're all trying to, like his kid screams, I wanna do damage. If you don't do damage, you're not good. That's what we're gonna test out. So I have quickly made a nice and fresh team, nothing too special. And we're gonna see what kind of numbers we can see and all that. So where's his first skill? Where is it? Later on, I already did a run with the Shiaak and stuff. You're gonna see that there. You see it in the thumbnail already. It's kind of crazy. So, he has that one and that one. I used the AoE attack for the leech and for his blessing to activate and everything. Nature's Wrath. Already nice. It wasn't quite the craziest in the world right now, but he is not fully charged right now. They're gonna charge up with all these blessings and relics and all these things. So you know what, I'm gonna press a little bit auto. It was quite nice what I saw, but I have not tested it out without Shiaak. Maybe it isn't actually that great. So that means maybe later on you can kind of compare for yourself. If you have Shiaak, maybe he's a must-do for you because he feels really amazing with that combo. It's kind of the Ninja Mikage kind of style. That's how it feels. And if you maybe, like, if you have Shiaak, you probably want to go for him. If you don't have him, maybe not, maybe. Yeah, we will see right now. Like, let's see all these numbers. I want to see that something dies. Definitely with Shiaak, something died really quick. Like, yeah. And we're in nightmare mode right now. That's kind of nice to see where it can go. Because he is a Hydra specialist. His whole kit is basically screaming like, hey, I'm gonna be in Hydra. And yes, he's gonna be used in Hydra, but I also will make a comparison later about in Chimera. Is he usable, is he not? Because some champions like 4, for example, in Hydra perform really nice, but in Chimera he really sucks. That is like almost nothing happening. So let's see, kind of, let me manual so we can kind of see the damage and all that. So let me put that on 4. What can he do? Okay, let's use the A2E quickly. There's something on the boss that's cool, like the defense and everything. Let's go! It was a million. I usually was used to a double hit, but Shiaak is not in the team, so that doesn't mean a double hit. He's a guy that wants Shiaak in the team, and then everything is so much better. Let's see. So it was a million on a hit. That was just a single target. Let's see what he can do. There. 450k? Like, oh, the million was more, but it was AoE. I want to quickly have his AoE skill ready right now. Wait, did I just press the wrong button? I think I pressed the wrong button. Let me see his AoE skill. Ah, that cat is already dead. But let me see his AoE hit. Wasn't quite so nice as I wanted it to be. But let's see. I think that, yeah, it doesn't look... Yeah, I don't know, like, I tested out with Shiaak in the team. It was quite amazing. It felt amazing. You know what the the super fun part about him is that he has a little bit more mechanics going on with those heads being devoured and all that. And it feels quite amazing when somebody eats you and the dog is immediate like, no, give him back. It's my family. You can touch them, you know? And that feels amazing. Let's see, in a couple we should get Eden. And then you will see what I mean. Okay, still 10 turns wrong. So 1.5 million right there. That was quite nice. But it can be nicer, right? Let me quickly do some skills right there. I want to see his thingy. You will see what I mean. I think maybe we shouldn't even continue right now because I'm telling you right now, without Shiaak, he doesn't feel the greatest. But with it, you know what? Let's do this quickly right here. I want to quickly compare about like them having the damage. And he did 14 million and our 4 did 23 million. Yeah, that's kind of what I have the feeling. If you don't have Shiaak, he's probably not that good. That's what I'm gonna tell you, really honest, no doubt about it. Probably without the Shiaak, he's just not that nice. But let's go into Shiaak team. Ooh, wait, just for the sake of it, maybe some guy wants to have like a, you know, you never know. So, alright, let's go in there and you will see totally different. It feels amazing. So, let's get the stuff out. Wait, it is the wrong team, right? Yeah, it's still the wrong team. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Boo, Bronco. Boo. Click that the right way and let's go in there. And now, everything is Shiaak by himself. It's really nice in Hydra. He's a mischief target. You can easily make him to it. He is a buff increaser. He places your hex. He places block buffs, turn meter boost, and something else. No, I think that was it, but that is a lot of things that you can do with him by himself. But now you get your counter attacks when the bosses attack you. He attacks, you get your counter attacks. Our dog is gonna get double attacks. And it's already looking totally different. First guy already dead. Nice. You saw it in the thumbnail. It was a billion. But we are trying here to do a comparison about 4 and him. And I'm gonna tell you, without Shiaak, we can get Shiaak for another time. They said Shiaak will be in the, I think, pool or activities or guaranteed. Or so they said something that we can get also Shiaak. I don't know how yet. But it seems like you want them together or else it doesn't feel that right. But yeah, you can see it already. It feels amazing. I have Shiaak skill on all. I could probably do maybe just more A1s or something that we get more ally attacks and all that. Like, do you see what he can do? That is nice. That is really nice. I know we are kind of spoiled right now from Titus and stuff like this, but he feels nice. And we're gonna go a little bit ahead so we can see that he's gonna devour us for once. And that moment is really nice. Your skill also is gonna ignore all those things that the boss is gonna do. So, like the ally protection and the shield and all these things. Let me press the button one time myself so we can see like all the gloriness about him. Like I'm telling you. Okay, now he's 8-3. It did like a 1.5 million before without Shiaak in the team. And now we have like decreased defense and everything. Let's go! It was 2.5 almost. But it was only a one-time hit. Usually it's a double hit now because Shiaak is in the team. And that is amazingly good. That will be a 5 million hit. Not with the craziest stats right now. Mine are good. The 10k attack and stuff. They're really good. Let's say it like this. But it can be way better. Wait, I gotta click him. And let me see, like, yeah. Oh, I pressed the wrong head. Yeah, okay, I'm an idiot. I did 0 damage. Sometimes I tell myself I can do better. I can do the stuff better than the AI. But then I do stuff like that and I'm like, no, okay, I maybe probably should press the auto button again. I want to use his like A1. Let's see the damage. It's not decreasing out there. It's kind of, but let's see. I wasn't that great. Well, right now it was 200k. Let's get the decreased defense out there and stuff. And yeah, I put my Shiaak in a cursed set, so when he places that hex, 40% more damage. But kind of Right now he gets attacked anyway, so your passive will put out the hex. That would be nice. But the hex set is more when they are dead, so I can do an A1, place the hex and do an ally attack right away. Like damage already top, right? More than 50 million? It feels amazing. Like this dog is the real deal. And it feels amazing if you have Shiaak. To be honest, oh, it feels original like Ninja and Mikage. It's also the same synergy. You do like, okay, it's even better synergy between them because you do so many counter attacks. And yes, let's do this skill, right? Okay, they have the stuff. Let's go. I got feared. Alright. It's kind of the negative sometimes about him. He does too many attacks, AoE, and sometimes he loses his perfect veil. And then he kind of immediately gets his stuff. Like the True Fear, but yeah, it's kind of how it is. I just need to make sure that True Fear would be more consistent. So let's just not do this one time. Let's go for this one. Yes! Now the ally attack. Bam! Okay, 800k. Could be a little bit more. But he's gonna attack so often. That's also a thing about him. So let's do... Yeah, okay, we don't have all these stuff. Yeah! 5 million? Not too shabby, not too shabby. Let's go on auto again. Like the damage is really good, guys. Like it feels better than the 4 already. And I do also wait. Okay, wait. We're gonna go to the end. I let the run already go through all the way. Right there. Let me see what you guys see. And we did over 1 billion damage. Of course, 4 was also in there, no doubt. But this setup right now is not the best, to be honest. And he did 550 million damage, what is really nice, against our 4 with 316. Of course, he gets lead in from our Shiaak more often and stuff. You saw it on the other time when I don't use Shiaak, that his damage is lower than 4. So that literally tells you, use him with Shiaak or else don't even maybe try, because less good than 4 in this meta right now is not that great. And yeah, to be honest, that's it. Like, let's go back into the game. Wait, I showed you the wrong thing. Alright, let's go back into the game. And I'm gonna show you the stats and all the things that I have on him. Like, even in Shiaak, what kind of is important on him. So, let's start with Shiaak. I put him in a cursed set because when I do my A1s, I can put out a hex on a decapitated head. You get 20% more damage, and the dog is immediately going in, doing his A1 first, so it's just a nice damage booster. Now, other things doesn't make too much sense. For example, a protection set wouldn't be that beneficial because you don't do like too much on your team. I think there's nothing going on your team. No, this one not. Debuff on this champion. No, everything is just on himself, so the protection set wouldn't even be matter. And wait, his stuff is protected anyway because the Shiaak is in, the dog is in the team, so it doesn't make sense at all. To be honest, cursed set is kind of the way to go, I think. What could be another thing, feral, because he does block buffs, then you get 5% more damage. The hex set bonus isn't consistent. It won't happen like every time. Feral would happening more, so it's kind of a whatever you prefer thing, I guess. And yeah, nothing too crazy on him. Like, of course, he's booked. He's on a 6-star, but that's my original Shiaak. I put him once on a 6-star. I was kind of like, meh, okay. But now I'm like, yeah, baby, nice. And yes, I think masteries and stuff he doesn't even have. Doesn't matter. Like, what is the dog's name? I think something with throat. Yeah. Crow! I forgot. So, and yeah, merciless and cruelty. That's I already showed you. Show you one time again. Right there. It's really good stats. And I want to try out what is he going to do. And not how much of a loser is he when you don't put any gear on him. Put him naked in there. Let's see what he can do. No! Obviously, he's not gonna do anything. But yeah, that's kind of the thing right there. I put the crown on him because he does leech and weaken that are unresistible when Shiaak is in the team. So really nice. You don't need any accuracy or something. Then we got Nature's Raft. Just the best combo. When you do debuffs, of course. And we do have those things right here, those masteries you will exactly see on 4, because I wanted them to be kind of as close as possible to each other. While we talk about 4, let's see his kit. On his side we have a Merciless and Seal. We have 360 crit damage, more than our dog, but then he got less attacks, so I think kind of it equals out. Here Nature's Raft, Ground Relic, and Masteries are exactly the same, just to see who of them can do better damage. And obviously with Shiaak it was the dog, without Shiaak it wasn't the dog. So yeah, again, if you don't have a Shiaak, probably you don't want to go for them. And the rest of them is kind of not so important. So here, right there, the Duchess 9-piece protection and really nice speeds and stuff, because yeah, I wanted to have a nice and clean run. And more speed and stuff makes your run just cleaner. We don't have to talk about the rest isn't really important. Who else did I use? Lydia. So for later on you just have like a comparison. Why do you do less damage? Because maybe you don't have the fuel set on your Lydia right now, and that is a loss of damage. Of course protection set would also be totally fine. Show you the stats right here. Masteries and relics, they really don't matter too much. It's even not that crazy about the team, I know that, but I just want to show quickly what I kind of used, so people maybe have like an idea of what kind of stats they have to bring to do kind of the billion what we did. And yeah, he's also in a hex set because we want to spread the damage, and it's not so great to have Shiaak and him doing the same thing together. But since I do not play him, the run that I showed you was full auto, so I didn't use any manuals, so it was just better for me to have a first set right here. Sets are like this. He has everything that he needs, and yeah, for now on, I think there will be many other content creators to show you, like in Dragon and all these things. For now, I wanted to just see how he works in Hydra, because that is his thing. His whole kit screams like, hey, I want to be used in Hydra, so use me in Hydra. And it turned out that he is really amazing with Shiaak together. It felt amazing. And the part when you get eaten and he's just immediately going in and freeing you up, I think you haven't seen it in the whole video, but it is quite amazing. You just get your champion right away back if you have enough attack and all that. And yeah, it felt amazing. And overall, I would totally recommend going for him if you have Shiaak. No doubt, it is a ninja Mikage kind of style, and it was quite a nice combo, right? And yeah, maybe you already got something better or stuff like that, could be possible. But in general, they are the same faction. They're both being orcs. Faction Wars 21. They will be amazing over there. They just wiped the whole thing, like, trust me. But yeah, that was about it for me. Subscribe if you haven't done already. Press the like button, and yeah, have a nice day.